Hi, this is Jason with mybikeskills.com, and I want to tell you about how a helmet works and how to get it fit. There's three parts to a helmet. First of all, the styrofoam inside is a very important part. You want to make sure that it's not cracked in any way. Sometimes it might get a small dent in it from being bumped around, but you want to make sure that there's not a crack that goes all the way through. A great way to do that is by holding the helmet and opening it up or compressing it. You'd be surprised how many helmets get cracked because they fell off the bike or the bike fell on it or just who knows what. But check the helmets. The next part is the shiny part on top, or the smooth part. This works in case of a crash. If the helmet touches down to the ground, it's really important that it slides. If not, if it was just foam, it would stick and that could leave the rider with a neck injury. So it's real important when you check helmets to make sure that's intact. And if it's not, go get a new helmet. The third part are the straps and the buckles. The buckles should be in good condition, not frayed or not broken. Sometimes a buckle may come off, get lost or something, so make sure everything's in place. And then another part about buckles is you might need to adjust, particularly this left side buckle. At one point you might need to feed the strap through to the other side, and this is what that looks like. Come closer, I'm going to pull the strap through and shorten it, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Great, so those are the parts of the helmet. We're going to make sure it fits. I have a volunteer to help me fit a helmet. Come here. Okay. What we're going to do is make sure that the helmet fits level on the person's head. So, how do you know which is the front and the back? The back is a little bit bigger. It covers the back of your head. So, that's not correct. This looks good. We're going to start out with the helmet level on the rider's head so they can look up and see the very front of the helmet. Great. If it's too far back, their forehead is going to be exposed and we want that protected. So level, and we're going to use the eyes, ears, mouth method. Look up with the eyes to see the front of the helmet. For the mouth or ears, the straps are going to come together in the shape of the letter Y with this buckle between the earlobe and jaw. I'm going to move and adjust this buckle. And the way that these straps work is very important. The straps hold the helmet on the rider's head, and if the strap in front is too long, the helmet's going to ride back and expose their forehead. If it's too short, they won't be able to see. So, balance out the straps so they hold it on the rider's head. Comes together with the slider piece between the earlobe and the jaw, and then the buckle lays right underneath or underneath the jawbone. If it goes too far over to the other side, you won't be able to tighten it and get the helmet tight enough. So to do that, if your buckle is way to the other side, you might need to feed some length through like I just mentioned and showed on the other helmet. Great, so now I'm going to work on the other side, making sure that the sliders come together between the earlobe and jaw. Thank you for demonstrating. Turn back, and the way this one is, it's actually okay with the buckle going a little bit farther over. I'm going to put my finger on top of the buckle so I don't do any pinching. And this is a nice buckle on this helmet because the child or rider can undo it themselves. It's a magnetic buckle. So eyes, ears, and then when they open up their mouth really wide, the helmet should move a little bit. Can you do it again? It should be like a seatbelt in a car. Snug, but not uncomfortable. The last adjustment that I should mention is this dial. If your helmet has this dial in the back, it holds on to the very back, the base of the skull. You can dial it in and lock it down. It's easier to do this after everything is clipped, and you might need to adjust the straps if you are wearing a hat, a small thin hat underneath, or just over time you'll need to readjust. Something else is that when you hang your helmet on your bike, it's very important to do it on using the clip. So using the strap itself, you can hang it on the handlebar. If you hang it by this triangular section right here, what will end up happening is this slider piece will get pushed out of adjustment. So being that you've just worked really hard to get the helmet fitted correctly, you might as well keep that adjustment for a longer time by clipping like so. Sometimes you might have someone with longer hair, and longer hair can work with bike helmets if you take it down and you bring the ponytail low and in the back. You can see the ponytail comes through the little hole between the strap and the back, and then the strap, sorry, the helmet itself. And you can see how low it is on her head, either here or maybe even a little bit lower. So yes, you can have your hair in a ponytail. You just need to get it to fit into the helmet.